Good day, everybody. I'm going to start a small battle here from Talonsoft, a game, Napoleon in Russia, a game published a long time ago when I was a teenager. It's been one of my favorite games. I've played it many, many times. I really like it. I'm hoping if you're watching this video, you like it as well. And I would just like to try a small battle. I think the Shevardino Redoubt, if that's how it's pronounced, I believe it is. I don't know. It doesn't really matter in the end. We can play this battle here. The approaches to Shevardino, scenario number 1, and we're just going to load in there and see what happens. Talonsoft, 1996, Napoleon in Russia. I have always loved this map. I don't know, it's, even with age, I know any kids today would laugh at this map, but I loved this map. I thought this map was the bee's knees back in the day, and it still does, compared to some of the maps, JTS Software and HBS and all those places released nowadays. I think this is probably one of the better maps. I like the angle the camera is set at. I like everything really about it. I don't know why it is so hard for game companies now making war games to make a map like this. I assume it's because Talonsoft back in the day had more staff and more time versus today's wargaming companies, if they can really be called companies, probably 1 or 2 or 3 man enterprises. But anyway, I like this map. You'll see lots of action in this map, I hope. I'm going to play as the Russians. The AI is going to be automatic, with Fog of War. No bonus to either side. This is not a game that's going to have a lot of... excuse me, I don't know where this coughing is coming from. But this is a game that's going to have a lot of very strange AI maneuvers and AI decisions. And there's really not a lot we can do about that. But let's just see. Special rules there, counter charges, and victory points for leader casualties, because I do think that if you lose a leader, especially a big one, it can make a battle sort of sway one way or another. Hit OK here, and it's the French movement phase. So down in the corner, we're just going to hit run here. Let's see, is it F8? I believe. Ooh, that was a little too fast. I'm not sure what happened. Okay, so it's the Russian defensive fire. The game, I'm sure you know if you're watching this, or maybe you don't know, it goes in phases. There's the movement phase, or player 1, or in this case, French movement, followed by Russian defensive fire, followed by French offensive fire, followed by French melee, or cavalry charge, then melee, and then it goes back to player 2, or the Russians, and it does the same, but from the Russian perspective. And each one of those player 1, player 2, French, Russian phases is a turn, and we have down here in the bottom corner, right left hand corner, we have 2 p.m. September 5th, 1812, Russian defensive fire phase, a turn 1 of 26, and it is the daytime. Anyway, let's just look here at our positions here. You can scroll in one more, I believe you can zoom in, yeah, one more level, and that doesn't look too bad to me. I mean, you have the unit down here in the bottom left. The Hussar Regiment, I'm not going to pronounce that Russian word. I know it's kind of cut off. It's a lot longer than that, but it's on the 14th Brigade of the 4th Cavalry Corps in the 2nd Army of the West. We have the Kiev Dragoons, the New Russia Dragoons here, that Hussar Regiment, and the Lithuania Hulan, which is a Quality 5 regiment, which is a very good regiment. In fact, all of the Russian cavalry are fairly good. Maybe 5 isn't the best actually, but I think you can get up to 8 or 9 Imperial Guard for the French, and the Russians I believe are 8 or 9. So it's not the best, obviously. Behind the Shevardino Redoubt, you see right here, it has a battery of 12 guns, strength 12. So I believe that is 12 guns. Position battery number 31. I'm not sure. I can't remember my history here if the Redoubt actually had that many guns in it, especially 12-pounders. Seems like an awful lot. B. I don't know what B is. I think that might be 12-pounders. If not, anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's a battery of 12 guns in the Redoubt. It's on a sort of a hill here. This brown, getting lighter, is a slope, sort of. So the French will be starting over here somewhere, crossing the stream, which is the... not really sure what that stream is called. Let's zoom out here. I am not prepared for this. I am not prepared for this. Well, the stream's not named. I could probably get the name in another book, but we don't have time for that right now. But in Doronino here we have Voyakov, General Major Voyakov, with some Jaegers, the 49th Jaegers, and they are spread out all along this ridge here to the south of Donino. And to the southeast, we have the redoubt itself, the Shevardino Redoubt, with the village of Shevardino. I may be pronouncing that wrong, but there's not really a lot I can do about it now. It's Shevardino to me. And in the village itself, we have General Lieutenant Orisden of the 8th Infantry Corps, and he is the main commander for this defense today. He has some infantry units here in double line. I think that might be a scenario creation error, but we'll soon fix that. It's a very, very bad idea to be caught in double line. Lots and lots and lots of negatives. But here we have the 1st Battalion of the Vilna Infantry, the 1st Brigade, 1st Battalion, 3rd Battalion here. So between them, you have 1,175 men. You have the Simbrisk regiments. You have 1,050 men under General Major, I believe. General Lieutenant, I don't know my ranks, but General Lieutenant Nevorosky, a very famous Russian from this time period. And then you have the Odessa Regiment and the Ternopil battalions, sorry, from the Ternopil Regiment. I'll get my stuff right, don't worry, this is my first video. Please be gentle. Behind them, we actually have some extremely good quality cavalry, a General Major Corning's 2nd Cuirassier Division. Now, I don't know, I've seen lots of books on this subject, I've played lots of games on this subject, and I'm not 100% sure if it actually is General Major Corning in charge of this division at the time of the battle. I believe he was assigned to it to command by. I have a feeling, I don't know where I've read it, I don't know where I've seen it, but I have a feeling that he actually wasn't present, that he was sick or injured or something before this battle. But anyway, they have him here, so here he is. But he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heavy cavalry regiments. So it's about, what do we have, about 2,300 or so cavalry in 3 brigades. So we have the 2 brigades? 2 brigades. 2nd and 3rd Brigade. Anyway, so they're right behind the Redoubt, and they will be, in my game, I think here, they'll be instrumental in the defense, because I want to use them to threaten any French breakthrough. If, and I stress if, the AI can actually pull off an attack. The AI in this game is notoriously bad. From what I remember from years and years ago, is this battery, position battery number 1, is actually extremely out of place, and I will have to move it. If I double click on him and check on the visible hexes, he can only see this ridge that he's on. He cannot see anything below, and he cannot really fire at anything unless it's coming down this road. So although it is excellent position, I guess, for firing at people coming down between these woods here, towards Donino, what I found in practice when I played the French is you can just hide in this hex right here, and just on your turn, cavalry, overrun him, and he is destroyed. So he will be one of my first things later on to move him. Gotta remember that. And then here on this side, the right flank, we have the Kharkov and Chernikov, I think, dragoons. And they're in an excellent ambushing position. The AI is obviously not going to know they're there. It should, but it won't know they're there. But one of the good things about this is they can come up and ride down or threaten the advance of any French infantry. But on the bad side is they actually cannot see until the French are right on top of them. And by that side, you have to retreat across the stream, which will disrupt you, and more than likely go up one of these steep embankments, which will disrupt you. So they're also not ideally placed. What I will do is I will move them on my turn up to here, right there, at least one of the regiments, and they will threaten and slow down the French advance. What the AI does, I think, with these cavalry regiments, it does not understand how to deal with them. It does not understand how to deal with a lot of stuff that happens in this game. But in particular, from my experience, they march up and then they go into square and then they sit there for a few turns. And if I'm okay, if there's no deployed artillery, I could just sit there for maybe 5 or 6 turns and just look at them, look at the French, and they'll just look at me. But we're on our defensive fire phase. Let's get on with it. We're here to watch a battle. What I'm going to do is just go through these next few turns, kind of willy-nilly here. You get a zoom out view of the map. If I just zoom out, my favorite view is this view. I hope you're bear with me here. I know a lot of people like this view here, and it's a lot brighter, I think. But for me, I always like this view. It always looked or looks to me like a page out of a history book showing the deployments. But let's just hit end turn here, and we're not going to shoot at anybody. Oh, I do not want autosave on. Sorry. French offensive fire phase, cavalry charge phase. They charged in their... I wonder, did I lose any men there? Well, I did. I think I lost some men. Victory. Ooh, dang. I lost 125 Jaegers. Not the best start, but 75 French cavalry. That is not a good deal for them. 5 points for them and 24 points for me. So that instantly put them on the back foot by 19 points, negative 19. Now, it's my movement turn, and I am going to try and rescue my Jaegers. And I'm going to have them retreat as fast as their little legs can carry them back towards the main line. I'll leave him there just to cover that end and show some resistance. But these guys, I want all of these guys to head back as fast as they can. Everyone here, just go back. This might be a little boring, so what I might do is I might pause the game and do some of my moves, and then I will get back to you. Sorry about that, I was just testing out the pause key. So the turn, my movement is done. I haven't hit the end of turn yet. I just want to show you what I've done. What I've done is I have moved the two the cavalry regiments down here in this stream here. I've moved them up here to get a better view while these skirmishers are running back. This artillery piece, it will not allow me to move. It's an extended line. I did not see that. I don't remember. I think you have to have both units right next to each other to join them again and then move them. So it says 12 at full strength. They're currently at 6. So I don't know where the other 6 guns are. Right? Maybe I'm blind. I don't see them at all. But anyway, I can't move him. He's stuck there. So c'est la vie. Not a good idea to be talking French as a Russian commander. But I've changed these guys into column, which is a lot more flexible for me. And I've just continued to move down the Jaegers back towards the main positions. What I've done is something very cheeky over here on the left flank, as I've moved this Cossack squadron up the road, and he's going to hang out here. And that is just to tell me when the Poles arrive. I don't fully remember when they arrive, but they will be arriving any minute. So if I just zoom out here, that's what I've done. I've moved him there, the Cossack. I have extended I've created the columns that I need for defense here. Advanced the cavalry, retreated the Jaegers. I'm just waiting for the rest of the Sabanasti's 2nd Light Cavalry Division to cross the river. I think they are across, I just can't see them. But they will be coming on me like syrup on a hot pancake, so I better be ready. One of the interesting things, though, down here is I have some reinforcements later on. They're currently fixed right now, so I can't move them. But they will be coming on And I'm not even sure if I even want to have them come in. I think I will, but we'll see how this goes. From what I remember, the AI is not super aggressive. So let's just end my turn. I should probably stop it from doing that. It's my offensive fire phase. Let me just turn that off right now. Autosave. Look. That won't bother us again. My offensive fire phase. I can't see anybody. Charge. Not going to charge anyone. Melee. Nothing to melee. French movement. Now, that was very fast. Unfortunately, until I figure out how to slow that down a little bit, I'll have to read the manual a little bit more, but until I figure out how to slow that down, we are where we are at their defensive fire phase, or our defensive fire phase. So what's happened is this 8th Light Brigade has continued on its advance. The 5th Hussars are disrupted. He hasn't really moved. Who's this? Morat. Okay, well, can I see you? Oh, that's full screen. Visible hexes. Yeah. Are you in range? Yes, you are. Loss of 50 to target. Range 13. Score equals 12. 50 to target. Ouch. Ouch. That'll teach you. So you've lost 75 and you've lost 50. That is a big chunk. That's a good start. Do I have anyone else? You? No. Okay, now that's more than I could ask for. Let's just continue on. Did he eat more? I think he did. Let's see. What did he just do? This is going to be very annoying. So he ate 75 more men. Okay. What should I do here? What I think I will do, continue the retreat, obviously, with the Jaegers. I might move these Dragoons up a bit just to stop the shenanigans from continuing on. I think I will, just to see if I can get them to think twice. I mean, I'll have double the amount of Dragoons. Higher quality too, quality 6 versus quality 5. Or what I might do is I might break you down into squadrons. Can I do that? Do change skirmishers? Yes, that's what I'll do. I'll create some skirmishers, squadrons, and I'll just move them up here like this. Skirmishers, let's get a second one. Badoop. And I will move you down here. And you guys can continue your plate back. I'll zoom out here a little bit just so I can see who these guys are. I do like that view, but it's hard to see the skirmisher units. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these skirmishers back behind Shevardino here, or form a screen going down this way. I think is probably the best thing, or maybe going this way. What I find skirmishers do in this game is that the AI, it focuses on them too much, and it just overruns them with cavalry, as you've just seen several times already, very fast, although. But it just overruns them all the time, and it's just, I could lose easily 1,000 men just for no reason, for no gain. They don't do anything, because I find the AI, it picks on them. And if I was playing, I wouldn't probably be too against that myself, or doing that myself, but there's no need to lose them for no reason. So I'm not going to hold Donino here. I'm just going to keep going back. I'm going to leave. He's a 1st Battalion, 5th. So these are the 5th. Maybe I'll leave the 5th back here. Yeah, so I'll leave the 5th. I'll bring the 5th down here and pull everyone back. I'm not going to do any more, so there's no point in me pausing at this point, because there's really not a lot to move. So we'll go on to turn the French defensive fire phase, my offensive fire phase. Can I hit him from here? Probably not that guy. Nope. This guy? Boom. No effect. That shucks. Nothing from him, obviously, so we're done. I'm not going to charge anyone. I'm not going to melee anyone. Boom. Just like that. Like a flash. So they've congregated there. Who's this? Some horse artillery. Romagan. Ooh, some cuirassier, the 10th cuirassier. And who is this? Jacquinot with the 3rd Light Brigade of the 1st Light Cavalry Division of the 1st Reserve Cavalry Corps. So I guess this must be, is it Naustes cavalry coming down this road? And you are from the 2nd, so who's the 2nd? Montburn? Coming down this road. Okay, well, anyway, my defensive fire phase, let's... interesting. Let's give them a warm welcome. Nothing. You can't, not facing the target? That doesn't seem right. Not much I can do there. Let's just move on past that phase. Nothing. My movement phase again. Well, now that I know that there is cavalry coming down that road, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these dragoons to 13th Brigade here under Emmanuel. We're going to go up and just cover the retreat of our Jaegers. I said I was going to leave the 5th, bring them down there, join their regiment, and move everyone else back. Excuse me a moment while I just make it clearer for myself. Come on, fellas. The village isn't worth it. You're not going to be able to hold it. Let's just head this way, and we'll let the artillery do the dirty work. Anyone here? Nope. Like I said, I'm just going to bring these guys across here. We'll just reform across the river. See if we can't form a defensive line there. So my idea is to bring the skirmishers here, I think. Skirmishers in this forest area here. Right here. My cavalry brigades on this side and this side with the cuirassier in reserve where they are. And just wait it out. Let's just go in here. Do I want to move anything else? No, I think I'll just leave these where they are for the moment. One bad thing about these squadrons, if I leave them out, they're susceptible to full cavalry regiments. I think there must be a negative, maybe, perhaps, in an attack. But we'll see. So let's keep going. Defensive fire phase, nothing. Offensive fire phase. Anything now? Taking a shot? Nothing. How about you? You can't see anybody. Cavalry charge phase, no. Melee phase, no. French movement. This is going to be over in a flash, so don't blink. Boop. Wow. Sorry, everybody. I will change that. I will find a way of slowing that down slightly so you can see what's happening. But for now, my first video, I'm too scared to change any settings at the moment in case I screw things up. My defensive fire phase. Now I have some choices now. There's some cavalry. Foolishly, the 5th Hussars and the 9th Hussars are across the stream. What I might do is fall upon them from the flank with these dragoons. I do not want these guns to set up. What can I do about that? Probably nothing at the moment. Let's just pull back my Jaegers like was originally planned. Oh, whoops, it's my defensive fire phase. Who can you see? Who's that? Ooh, that's a good shot. Let's try that. Bruyere, Nancy, and Pierre. Let's see if we can cause a casualty. No. Sad face, McGarnagles. Another one. Not facing the target. He's in a direct line. How can he not be facing the target? Okay. That did not do a whole lot. That's sad. Defensive fire, nothing. Cavalry. Yeah, and they're gone. Just like I said, they're gone. If I go check the victory conditions now, it'll be drastically changed. Those 6 guns cost me 48 points, and now the French is on the positive side of his score. But my movement phase, the 5th Hussars are, let's zoom in a little bit, they're out in the open, but it was worth it. I'm going to move in my cavalry here. I'm going to cheat a little bit here. And I'm going to surround his zones of control like this. And I'm going to eat him alive. Get some hacker revenge by... This is one of the things I was talking about earlier. If you have any interest in these games or you've played these games before, you remember quite well the AI doing these kind of silly maneuvers where, oh, there's a gun on that hill. I'm taking it. That's mine. Oh, I just got surrounded. Oh, there's no real tactics involved. It's more of a rock, paper, scissors, shotgun sort of style of play. But let's just keep moving these guys back here. They're just, again, just easy pickings. The AI it will charge cavalry. I'm sure you remember. I have lots of nightmares about this game's AI, but they will charge into a wood forest to get some skirmishers, and they'll disorganize themselves for the rest of the game just so that they can, I'm just going to turn him to face this guy here. You never know. He's probably fine where he is. They'll charge across a river. They'll charge into woods, down ravines, gullies, whatever they can, just to get at a 25-man unit of skirmishers, and they'll leave themselves out of the fight through the disorder for the next 10 turns. So, whereas historically they probably would have just left those skirmishers and done nothing with them. So anyway, here we are. We've surrounded the 5th Hussars and General de Brigade Birthday. Either way, that brigade's finished. We've taken some pot shots. Let's end the turn. French defensive fire, nothing. My turn. Maybe now? No effect. We had such a great first shot and nothing since. But we don't have anything else unless you can shoot him. Oh, you can. Yay. Nothing. Okay. That's that. Moving on. Cavalry charge. I'm going to have the very much reduced Chernihiv dragoons charge in here to attack them. Melee. I don't know if that's enough. Do I dare add? I do. I believe resolve melee. Oh, no attacking units have been selected. 350 to 300, modifier 1 to 1. Over it now, modifier 2 to 1, 300 to 800. Stacking notations. You know what? I might just cancel that and try it just with these two guys. Modifier 3 to 2, modifier 3 to 1. That's my best odds. Cuirassier. I didn't want to use them because they're... Let's see. I don't want to tire them out so early on in the battle. Let's try with just the dragoons. I should not have 2 to 1. Let's try that. I don't want to tire out the Cuirassier at this point in the battle. It's way too early. It's only turn, 3? Let's see here. And the fight's on. And there you go. 125 to defender, 75 to attacker. Defender lost, obviously. We're in his hex now. We can't continue, so we have eliminated General de Brigade Birthday and the Birthday. Sorry about my pronunciation. Very sorry. And the 5th Hussars are gone. So now if we check our victory status again, we have pulled things back a bit. Now, they have lost 425 cavalry to our 75. That actually was pretty nasty on us too. It wasn't. Anyway, the melee itself, we lost 75 men. They lost 125, but then they lost a couple hundred extra from elimination. And we have 12 points from the capture, I believe. If it's leader casualties, capture. 12 points for that Brigadier General. General de Brigade. However you want to talk or say it. Anyway, that is the first, 4 turns? It's now 2:45. We'll do one more turn, and we will see what the French do next. Kind of worried about what he does. not gonna lie, I might have left this guy exposed. Computer does some strange things. Let's find out. Wow. Wow, that's a... I've played this game many times, and it never ceases to amaze me how many men come across that small bridge. There is a second bridge there. They're like, there's no, we're going across this one. Big lineup. Now, let's see. My defensive fire phase, he did not charge. I think he might have moved up, though. But he did not charge. Let's see. Where's this guy here? They are just getting all jumbled up. These guys have not advanced. There's still another leader there. Let's see. Let's do the Lancer Regiment. Oh, yes! 25 lost and a wounded general to division. I think that's the 1st Light Cavalry Division commander, I believe. I believe it is. Yes, it is. What did that do? How many victory points was he? 8. He's only wounded, so that makes sense. 8. But hey, that's 2. That was a lucky shot. And can you do something similar? No? Take out the 7th Hussars a bit? No, nothing. Not so lucky a second time. Nothing else I can do or shoot with there. Just to go past that. Offensive fire, cavalry charge. Ah, yes. That's gonna suck. Ouch. Ouch. That was one heck of a suicidal charge. But I lost a lot of infantry there. I lost 150. But he annihilated himself. He's finished. He's finished. He just destroyed himself. This is what I'm talking about, folks. You know, if you played this game, if you haven't played this game, I really recommend it. But against, I can't stress enough, it's against a human opponent if you can find one. I know they're out there. It's been years since I found one myself. Back in the day, I used to play this game modded to depict other battles, but like Eylau and stuff like that. But here we are. I'm going to pause it here in a second. My first video. I'm just testing it out. I may or may not post this. It's just for my own consumption, I guess, is what I'm trying to say here. I don't know if it's ever going to be aired or anyone will ever hear this or watch this. I might just delete it. Who knows? But we are on our movement cycle here, or movement phase. Just going to continue on moving these guys down. Just zoom out here a little bit so I can see the actual little icons. I got to fix this hot mess right here. I never seem to be able to get over the suicidal AI that I experience time and time again, and time and time again it blows me away what they do. Being a lot more cautious on this side. So Jacques Renault hasn't really advanced far. Nasty hasn't really deployed into line yet. He's got some heavy cavalry coming up Saint Germain. His 1st Cuirassier Division is coming up. It's got some very high quality units in there, I believe. I'm not sure if the Carbineers are in there, but anyway, they're coming up, and it'll be a thick battle. And here is the main, the main serving of French will be probably this, the 5th Division, which I believe is Compan's Division, if I'm pronouncing his name right. Look at this mess. They're all just filing across this river, cavalry, infantry, artillery, whatever. We're all going across at the same time, disrupting themselves. They're not even going down to these fords down here, which it just makes sense to go down this way to the ford, flank my whole position. No, forget that. We're going straight down this road, and we are going to mull around here, and eventually piecemeal come up in here. But let's see what we can do. The reason why I chose the Russians is because I believe this is a tougher fight for the Russians if you're playing the AI. And I would like to, I'm going to try and solve this problem by moving these dragoons back to reform. I'm going to move this infantry regiment out, and then this one I'm just going to turn him around like that. And these guys are fresh, but I don't want to use them. I think what I will do is I'll just pull them back. I know I could just easily advance and attack that remains of that pitiful Hussar regiment, but I don't feel like it. I don't feel like getting the fatigue. You can see fatigue down here. The FA stat on the bottom is currently 0, and I want to keep it that way. We don't know because fog of war. This guy here, we'll find out, he's at fatigue 3, and the higher the fatigue goes, the more you're likely to rout. And if I remember correctly on this game, it's very hard to get the Russians to rout. I guess they're more motivated to stand and fight, but if I don't need to gain the fatigue, I shouldn't. So let's see, that's basically all the movement that I want to do. Let's see, what have you guys? You guys I can move. What I want to move is I'm going to move you guys into the forest here, because I think that actually might be more to my advantage here. And is there everyone out? Yeah. Okay. And that turn, defensive fire, nothing. Try it again. Hussars. No. Fatigue. That's something. Try and move Jacquinot here. Chevalier. Ooh, 25. Nice. How many did he have to begin with? Oh, he's lost 10%. And you. Shoot him. Oh, low ammunition already. No cavalry charges on my end, no melee on my end. Back to the French in a flash. Wow. I have no idea what just changed there, but of course he stayed where he was because why not? Oh, they're moving out now. Let's can I see anyone? Saint-Germain, yeah, let's try that. Take that, silly cuirassier, 2nd Cuirassier Regiment. You? Fatigue. What can you do? Anyone? See anyone? Nothing. We're going to end here at the end of this turn. What the heck? Why did he charge this 600-man? I don't even know. There's no point in even talking about that. What happened here? They charged across a river, instantly disrupted, and then charged, probably at half strength. Lost 125 men. We lost, what, 50, 75. And, well, that's that for there. And over here we have, oh dear, 325 men at the beginning, now down to 200, charged us. I didn't lose a single guy. A single guy. This is like the Battle of Leyte for the American fleet off Okinawa with just the kamikaze attacks. Just banzai. I guess it's the wrong nationality, but anyway, you can see what I'm saying about earlier in this video about how it's sort of a suicide. It's like throwing eggs at a brick wall. Eventually, I have to admit, eventually my forces will get worn down to the point where I will just, on my own volition, move them back, but this new Russian Dragoon Regiment can probably roll over the 7th Hussars and then move into the Leger, the 9th Leger, and roll over them if I wanted to. I won't because there's just too much backup here. Pierre's been promoted to the 1st Cavalry Division. But anyway, I'll leave it there. I'm just going to zoom out here to extreme zoomed out mode. No, this one here. And show you the positions. It's like light rain falling. The French are just coming in bits and pieces all over the map. I'm not going to bother capturing this guy because there's no real point. Well, maybe I will. But that's for next video. Pull back what skirmishers I could. I lost a few hundred of them though to overruns. Pull back the French Jaegers, or sorry, the Russian Jaegers. My bad. pull back the Russian Jaegers, advance some of the cavalry units up to sort of stall the advance. French infantry are crossing, skirmishers are crossing. Here the French have taken the objective of Donino, but the status will show you some stark contrasts in casualties, especially on the cavalry side. So over 1,000, so 1,075 French cavalry down unhorsed, killed or wounded, and captured for 344 points to me. 2 leaders for 20 points, including a wounded French divisional commander, the 1st Light Cavalry Division. He's wounded. And I have lost 350 infantry and 150 cavalry. Now, 200 of those infantry losses were overruns, which was really not a whole lot I could have done about that. But the big news on my side is I've lost the 6 guns that are just placed out in the middle of that field that I cannot move, and they cannot shoot anybody. And what I said would happen, happened. But anyway, I'm still up 178 points in my favor, a French major defeat. And we are on turn 6. Anyway, I'm going to save it there. Suicide Squad. Shouldn't have put SS, that sounds a little warm. Sounds a little bad. So Suicide Squad, save it there, and I will see you all on the next one.